So this video I'm going to address another issue on Tesla Model 3 2020. It was snowing outside. We had it has just started snow maybe a couple minutes ago, like half an hour ago. So I was driving from city where it was blowing snow, and it's not that much, but it was constant snow. And now, as you can see, the roads are very clean, but all of a sudden I just got a message that visibility on radar is not clear and front camera is blocked. So I guess it does not matter if the roads are clean or not, because like if I'm applying, and as you can see there, it says cruise control is not available. So if your bumper is not clean, then in that case you have to stop, clean those sensors, and then if you drive and apply those cruise control, I guess it will work. But if it's not clean, then it does not even you can't use cruise control. So there is no autopilot enabled, no cruise control. So if there's no cruise control, you can't apply autopilot, I guess. So that's why I was like a couple days ago, I was driving from New York to Western New York, and I just figured out that if you don't have clean bumper where they have all these sensors on the front bumper, then you can't use autopilot and you can't use cruise control, which is very, very inconvenient. So this is where I think that if you are investing $60,000 to $65,000 for a performance model 3, there is they should have something on their bumper also, like a heating or something, like on the other sensors they have on the right and left panel of the door. So if the sensor is something like that, maybe it will work. But if they don't have anything, like right now it's a simple plain bumper, and once the snow is stuck on the bumper or it's not clean, then you can't use cruise control, you can't use autopilot. That's the big issue with the car. And another thing which I was thinking, like I get almost like 315 miles on one charge, and once it's a full charge through supercharger in New York, anywhere, it's 0.29 cent. So it cost me around $20 for full charge, which is pretty much expensive, I guess, compared to if you are using Toyota Prius for maybe $18, it gives you around 600 plus mile. So the mile range on these Model 3 2020 long range dual motor or performance model, because it's very expensive, like 65 grand, 65 grand. The mile range, I was expecting to have at least 500 miles, because 300 miles If you are charging at home, then it's not expensive, but if you are charging on the road, it's literally expensive. Because if you are driving from here to New York, I guess it's $20, maybe $20 to come back, but still, compared to the other cars like Prius, gives you in 20 bucks 560 miles, 580 miles, and in the Prius Prime it gives you more, around like 600, 700 miles, something like that. So if you are, but the only good thing is about this car, the car is beautiful inside, outside, runs awesome, everything is good, but there are little things where if they fix those things in Model 3 2020 through the software update, I guess maybe but for the bumper, I guess there is no software solution for the bumper to clean those sensors, because it's hard coded, I guess. So but there should be a solution for the bumper, because if you are driving in Mid-East or in Western New York or New York side, New York, New Jersey, Boston, Connecticut, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Ohio, Cleveland, Detroit, all these areas, we get a lot of snow here. And in this season, if we have we get snow from September, October, November, December, January, and this is February, so we still had a snowstorm warning for next whole week. So if pretty much 5 to 6 months if you're driving this car in snow, and most of the time you are not getting autopilot or cruise control enable, it's pretty much pain. Why you are spending $60,000 for a car and you can apply a cruise control, it does not make any sense. So I guess if they will resolve this issue, it will be awesome. And sometimes I get those errors that your front left camera is blocked or right camera is blocked, in the snow. If sometimes if the car is passing by or truck is passing by, and then snow or salt is covering your these cameras, then there is pretty much less visibility, and on that one the car does not give you proper lane changing instructions, or it does not detect the blind spot. So couple things where they need to figure out how they can resolve these issues, because these issues are really important if you are driving in snow season in this weather. So my main concern was about the bumper, because I had to stop a couple times, clean that bumper so radar can easily detect the early traffic, or maybe for the cruise control. So let's see if cruise still not working. It says reduced radar front, what it says, reduced front radar visibility. So these are the issues, I guess, if you are driving these cars in these areas. You will see a lot issues in winter season. Plus I had I was driving for my round trip was 100 mile, and I was thinking I might will have 50 to 60 miles on the battery when I'll reach home, but it's now still showing me I just got 34 miles left on the battery, and I'll be home in 7 minutes, 6 miles. So pretty much I'll be home around when the car will have 25 miles. So on my round trip I was using this heating, and in that session I just lost maybe 25 to 26 miles range. So if you are driving in Western New York or anywhere where the weather is severe, then just be careful, give you some extra range while you're leaving. So because in these areas there are only couple charging stations, and so like we have 2 stations here, and then each station is at least 2 hours away from me. So if you are driving anywhere, maybe a 1 hour drive, and you don't find supercharger, just make sure you should have enough charging before you leave, because in the winter the battery dies quickly. So if you have like 300 miles, you might will get like 220 miles. So 80 miles is gonna go for the weather. So yeah, that's what I was thinking to address, and I will see you in the next video.